Verse 21, Tin they diathiki mu stiso pros Isaac, but my covenant I will establish with Isaac, not with Ishmael. On texate, whom shall bear Sarah, Sarah to you, Easton Chiron, Tuton, Into, Eniaf to etero, at this time in the another year, in the year and another next year. Chiron we have, and Eniaf to is a year. 22. Sina tellus say they lalon prosav ton. And he completed speaking to him, that is, he is God, to Abraham. Ke anevi otheos apo Avram, and God ascended from Abraham. Jesus descended and then ascended. And God has apparently descended, because it says here he ascended from Abraham. 23. Ke eleven Avram Mishmael ton ionaf tu, ke pantus tus ikogenisaf tu, ke pantus tus argironitus, ke pan arsen ton an thron ton in to iko Avraham. And Abraham took Ishmael, his son, and all his native-born servants, and all the ones bought with silver, the slaves, and every male of the men of the ones, I have here, you could put that in there, of the ones in the house. Economy has to do with taking care of estates that had a person that was in charge of this. Economy is a derivative. House of Abraham, so everybody was taken. Ke perieteme tas acrovistias, Afton in Tokairotis Imera Sakines, and he circumcised, peri as around, and then cut. That's what it means, cut around their foreskins in that time of the day. Katha elalison afto otheos, as God spoke to him. Verse 24, Avram they, and ni konta enea in eton inaka peri teme tin sarkatis acrovistias aftu. And Abraham was 99 years old when he circumcised. The sarcophagus is a derivative, the place of the flesh in the Egyptian coffins, of his acrovistias. The acro is the tip, and the vistias. Now, what does the New Testament have about circumcision? Are we to be circumcised or not to be circumcised? If we go to 1 Corinthians 7:18, it has 7:17 and 18. Except to each as God portioned, each as God Lord called, so walk. And so in all the assemblies I set in order. Who is called while being circumcised? Let him not become uncircumcised. Who is called in uncircumcision? Let him not be circumcised. Circumcision is nothing, and uncircumcision is nothing, but keeping the commandments of God. And is what it's talking about. And this is be blameless is what God originally, this is what God called Abraham to be. Then in Galatians 5, 2 and 3, it has, Behold, I, Paul, say to you that if you should be circumcised, Christ shall derive you no benefit. This is, the people are trying to go back under the law, although it wasn't the law of Moses, actually went further back. And I testify again to every man, being circumcised, the Jews, that he is a debtor to observe the entire law. So the circumcision is tied into the law, is something to do to the Jews. But yet we see in the New Testament with Christ, there is a freedom from the law. And in the next verse 6:12 in Galatians, it says, "As many as want to have the right appearance in the flesh, that is, be circumcised, these compel you to be circumcised, only that they should not be persecuted for the cross of the Christ. For neither the ones being circumcised themselves guard the law, but they want you to be circumcised, that they should boast in your circumcision," basically controlling you. Ministers, if this is what they're calling, is a control thing, to control you. And then in let me see, I think this is 2:9 of Colossians. For in him dwells all the fullness of the deity bodily, Christ, and you are being fulfilled in him, who is the head of all sovereignty and authority, in whom also you were circumcised by a circumcision not made by hands, in the stripping of the body of the sins of the flesh, in the circumcision of the Christ. This is our circumcision that are walking according to the Lord. The circumcision that we have is the stripping of the body of sin, the cutting off of the sin, which is so much of our body, tied into our body. And it continues in 25, Ishmael they, o eos avtu, in aton dekatrion, ineca peritemato, tin sarkatis acrovistias avtu. And Ishmael, his son, was 13 years old when he circumcised the flesh of his foreskin. So it sounds like Ishmael did it to himself. In 26, in tokairo tisimeris akinis, peritemithi Avraham, Abraham was circumcised. Ke Ismael, o Eosaph too, and Ishmael his son. 27. Ke Pontus e Andras tu iku av tu, and all the males of his house. Ke e Ikogenis, and the native-born servants. Ke e Argironiti, ex allogenon ethnon, and the ones bought with silver, the slaves, from other foreign nations, from other genus, allogenon. Ethnon, ethnic, as a derivative. The ones bought with silver from foreign nations. They were all circumcised and followed the instructions of God given to Abraham. And so this finishes the 17th chapter of the book of Genesis, and the next chapter will be going to where it says the Lord appears at Mamre, and another epiphany of God on this earth. And I hope you will join us, and God bless.